Hello, and welcome to another episode of BJ. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to everybody, wherever you is that you are around the globes, wherever you are around the globe, the win. Welcome to this page if this is your first time here, and welcome back if this is not your first time here. This is Being Jay, the page where we are trying to be ourselves. Again, welcome to the Being Jay Studios, welcome to the FMO Studios, welcome to the Chill Spot Studios, and welcome to the Pen Drive Studios. Manifestations upon manifestations. BJ. So yeah, welcome. This is the page where we're trying to be ourselves authentically, originally, all the time, being the best versions of ourselves and presenting the best versions of ourselves to everybody around us, from our nuclear family to our extended family to our extra extended family. Yeah, all of that. We talk too much. Sometimes it's draining, Talking ain't easy, It's free though, So here we are. So on today's video, we're just gonna follow up from what we've been doing for the past few weeks. Which is obviously trying to now compress and combine everything together so we can all understand where we are coming from, the angle that we're coming from as a one piece, So like in the last video, we're talking about the 12 questions that we normally ask ourselves. I'm sure there's plenty more, because obviously depending on life situations and life circumstances and where you find yourself in life in a particular time, there are different set of questions that you'll be asking yourself. So this is just a few of the general questions that we tend to ask ourselves, which is what we were trying to present in the last video. So we're going to go off those questions and knit everything together from the previous videos to the next videos that are due to come to this current video even. As we already said before, back in the days, everything intertwines like DNA. Everything gets intertwined. Anyhow, so as I was beginning to start this video, thinking to start this video, I had this thought of how everything comes together and how the questions that were asked previously also intertwined with the previous videos that we've done before. Obviously, all of it come into a place of trying to help us understand ourselves. These questions, however, could be asked across the board, whether you are from the background of the four heads, whichever part you find out yourself. Some of us find ourselves in all these four, or majority of us find ourselves in all these four, unless if maybe you're European, then you might not have the traditional, but everybody's got a traditional part, I guess. So yeah, I think we all as human beings, we all come from these four heads: the traditional, the religious, the cultural, and the society. These four heads. But obviously, as we've been divided into different parts or different sectors of human beings, we all face all these four heads differently, depending on the rulerships and wherever the powers that be in those moments, in those times, in those generations, wherever it is, it may be, in this generation, I guess we got a bit more freedom of speech in some nations, not all nations, because apparently there's still communists, human beings ruling over human beings and letting human beings be themselves, because somebody is trying to use their brain to manipulate somebody else's brains for them to do what they want them to do, because whatever they feel like they are. I don't know if you ask me, that's extreme OCD. Extreme OCD, borderline demonic. But because when we were made, And you can go check this out in Genesis 2. We weren't made to rule over human beings. We were made to rule over everything else but human beings, which means as human beings, we are supposed to work as a unit to work this garden that we've been given, Eden, Earth. We're still searching for Eden on Earth. Okay? Anyways, that's another story for another day. I ain't here to interpret nothing. I'm just trying to share my understanding. However you interpret, whatever you interpret, if it helps you live your life, kudos to you. Good luck with all of that for you. But we just here to shine understanding, not debate. Alright. So based on the 12 questions, we'll go from I guess we'll again build up. We'll go from we'll go through 1 to 12. We'll see however many we can cover in this video. If not, we can just continue for the next video. So question 1 was, why all these problems and emotions, etc., etc., etc.? Why these problems? Why these emotions? Why these stress? Why these worries? Why these? All these bound. Question. We have, why all of these problems? Again, trace it back, because whatever part you fall into this earth, because it's like, let's just say this is earth, right? This screen is the earth, and then I'm here right now. Let's say I was the only one here, or let's say Adam and Eve were the only one here, and whatever happened, and then now everybody going poof, 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 poof. Human beings dropping from wherever we are, because this is the picture, or this is the movie that we're watching called life. And then different characters keep dropping, so the movie keeps spinning. So whichever part of the movie that you drop in, you go still try and understand what's been going on in the movie for you to fit or play a part, right? All right, I guess makes sense. So yeah, that's what we gotta do. You cannot escape history. No matter what you want to try to do, you cannot escape history. You can escape history if you want to live in an illusion. If you want to live in a fairy tale land, like if you just want to live life and not really understand it or care about it or trying to make any impact or trying to influence or help anybody, fine. Live life, go to Vegas and go to Sin City and do all that Ibiza parties and all of that elusive stuff. Up to you. Each one to how they want to live their life. But for me, I don't like to see people stressed. I don't like to see people anything else but happy. It's a bit sad because we take all these trips and take all these holidays to escape, and we come back to reality. Check. I guess Nike got it so right. That's why we all love Nike so much, because we got that check. We got to check our realities all the time. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. So yeah, why are we the way we are? Or why all these problems? Why do we have all these problems on earth? First, we got to try and understand what is the problem. Is there any problem on earth? Is there even a problem on earth? Like, you keep talking, yeah, Jay, you just keep bringing this up. Like, you just keep talking about this thing that you talk about. What is the problem? What is the problem that you have that don't let us rest in peace? You want to rest in peace? You know where the graveyard is. Yeah, you go to some mafia, they're going to dissect you to pieces and chuck your body in places. You want to do that, feel free. But if you want to have peace while you live on earth, man, you gotta learn to understand, because this is how the brain is, right? Let's just say the brain is just a long straight line when you're a baby and it's full of innocence, right? And the moment you start to go, boom, I don't understand this, the brain goes, boom. The line starts shaking and vibrating. And the more you don't understand, the more the vibration gets, and then it start getting tangled up in the middle. So vibration goes, and then it's coming close, and then it gets tight. So as you're not understanding, the more it's tangling. So if you want to untangle, you gotta go back to the roots for it to be untangled. Going back to my roots. Yeah. Anyhow, so we have to go to the root cause of everything. Like, is there even a problem like on earth? It might never be a problem, or it might not. Nobody, like maybe some of us don't even see it as a problem on Earth. I mean, good for you. You're living an amazing life, bro. Like, you don't have no problems, man. Shit, I wish I was you, man. God damn, let's trade lives, please. Please, please. Let's trade lives, please. You know. But for us that have problems, man, yeah, like that's what we're trying to, solve and have solutions to, So if you feel like there's a problem, or if you think there's a problem, whether it being problem with yourself, problem with your mom, problem with your dad, problem with your siblings, problem with your grandma, your granddad, your aunties, your uncles, your friends, your acquaintances, your work colleagues, whatever the problem is, problem with the government, problem with the leadership of your church or of your mosque or whatever, problem with any kind of leadership, problem, whichever problem, what is the problem? What is the problem that you're facing? Personal problems? What kind of personal problems are you facing? You're anxious about, what you're anxious about? You're worried about, what you're worried about? You're stressed about, what you're stressed about? You're nervous about, what you're nervous about? You're insecure about, what you're insecure about, darling? Oh, Mr. Man, my guy, what are you insecure about? What's making you paranoid? Go to the root cause of it. Stop twitching. Me and Jay, we gonna be we. We be twitching, man. Life is easy, bro. It's just about finding your way and finding the truth. Happiness is free. Worry is a burden. Pain is a burden. Stress is a burden. Insecurity is a burden. Happiness is free. God did it, if we are gods, let's learn who God is, so we can know how to be God. We gotta have a reflection of what it is that we're looking at, what we seek to be. We have to have a reflection of the vision. I'm looking at me right now, and I can see me, and I see the vision. If you have nothing that you're looking up to, where the hell you going? He moved the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. I see you. You moved the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. You moved the mountains, and I believe I see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe He made a way. When there was no way. When I believe I will see him do it again. When there was no way, I will see him do it again. He made a way, and he moved the mountain. So I will see him do it again. Yeah, man. Why are these problems, man? Do you see any problem? How do you fix it? I mean, have you even fixed the problems for yourself before you want to fix somebody else's? Like the Bible says, most of the time we spend a lot of time trying to pick faults out of people. We're trying to pick planks. Oh, sorry, we're trying to pick spec our people's eye. We got a whole lot of freaking logs in our eye. We got logs in our eye. We got big timber line. Have you finished picking up the timber of your eye before you want to pick the lower dust of somebody's eye? It's none of our fault. It's none of our fault. Like, it's nobody's fault. But learn to understand that we all have our own problems. We all come from different places. We all come from different backgrounds. A whole lot of things have happened to all of us, but we have to come to a place of understanding that we are all innocent babies, and we were once upon a time clean and white and pure as this. We've been stained. How do you remove a stain from a white cloth? You don't cry about it. I got bolognese on my white. Spill some wine. I'm at Gucci. I'm at look at my Gucci linen. I'll spill some wine. You can cry. You can do whatever you want, but it's not gonna go away. So spill. Find the solution of washing your white cloth. How do we wash the white cloth? We were once upon a time white cloths, innocent little babies. How did we become the way we became? That's why I always say, go back to the first ever memory you ever had and trace yourself. Where did you take the wrong turn? Which bend did you take that just led you into a different streak, all of those things there. Bring yourself back and readjust to take the right turn. It's never too late, as long as you are willing to do the work. Because like the Bible says, once again, if we don't really deep, because most of the time we just say, oh, the spirit, the flesh is weak, the spirit is willing. It's a mathematical equation. The spirit equals willingness, but the flesh equals weakness. So which one do you want to choose? You want to choose the flesh or you want to choose the spirit? How willing are you to put in the work to maintain and attain and tame the flesh? Or do you want this flesh to overcome the spirit? Which is where the battle really goes in deep, because when the flesh is trying to tame the spirit ain't no joke. God, the spirit don't want it to be tamed. The spirit gonna fight, and that's where it leads to anxiety and stress and depression and nervousness and insecurities, because you got a whole lot of heat inside that wants to come out, but you're letting the pressures of the earth cave you in. Why are we the way we are? Right? Why all these problems and emotions? We have to check ourselves, man. We have to check ourselves, man. We have to go trace again. When was your first memory? Trace from there to where you took the wrong turn. When you start to let fear in, when you start to let insecurity in, when you start to let worries in, when you start to let anxiety in, when you start forming and conforming and becoming a depressive individual because of what the he say, they say, and all the situations that have been your way. At what point did you start getting weak? When you start limping? At what point did that nerve, did that string just break and you start getting weak? Can you find that moment? Can you trace that day? You gotta be aware of your being, not just your surrounding. You gotta be attentive to your mind, to your emotions, your spirit, and last but not the least, your flesh. Sometimes we get sick, we get ill with, we come up with diseases and we don't understand why, because we don't know how to listen to the flesh. Sometimes we're eating, the body is saying we are fat enough, we keep consuming the same. Sometimes you're eating the same sweets and the body's like, you start feeling all weight in your chest and you're still eating it. You go drink water, you're not drinking water. You go take care of you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. All angles of your life. Everybody want to be great. What is greatness? We're chasing a whole lot of things and we wonder why there's so much problems. We're chasing what can never fulfill the person inside. You can buy the Gucci bag, you can buy the material. This is material. This can never add value to the person within. This just only add maybe a little bit of value to this guy, because it made this guy maybe stand out, but it can never adjust the person within. Gucci can never make you confident if you're not confident. It can give you ego. Ego and confidence are two different things. Ego is a mixture of pride and confidence, or false confidence. So basically evil confidence, because that confidence is not around when Gucci ain't around no more, when money ain't around no more, when Lamborghini ain't around no more, when all the misses and thises ain't around no more, when all the noobs and moochies ain't around no more. Hear me? Why all these problems? Go down to the root cause, find the root cause. When did you start getting weak? When did we start getting weak as human beings? At what point did we start letting evil and shame and pain and pride and anger and bitterness, insecurity, anxiety, worry, fear? At what point did we start letting that into our lives? Why all these problems? Let's go back to the root causes of things. We'll find out why all these problems. Wait a minute. This is one question. I've been going way past the 20 minutes mark. Anyhow, I guess we'll carry on to the next video. Why these problems? Why these emotions? Why? We've got a lot of whys on our head. The only way we can understand why all of these things is when we start to check ourselves, we start to do some work on the inside of us and come to understand, or come to the place of shedding all of these chains that we put on ourselves. All these chains. Every day we go a different chain. All these labels we put on ourselves, all of these pressures we put on ourselves. And then one day, and you take none of it with you. Not even a piece of paper. You don't take it with you. Therefore, this doesn't add value to you. You can be known for having the most nicest clothes, but never brought any value to the world. Never had any impact or positive impact on anybody's life. I mean, having impact it goes two ways, because it can be positive or negative. What kind of impact are we having on each other? For you to have an impact on anyone, you have to have an impact on yourself. How do you view yourself? Are you a problem to the world, or your solution to the world? Because the reason why there's problems to the world is because there's a whole lot of problems on earth. Individuals have become problems. Cain became a problem to mankind, only because Abel was a problem to Cain. All we've known is evil from beginning. The first seed of mankind was a murderer. Are we surprised? Gang, gang, gang. Are we surprised? Murdering has been around for time. What is the problem that you see? What's been going on that you find to be a problem? Let's find solutions to it. There's a lot of problems, man. Countless. But we all see different problems. So whichever one that you see, try and find a solution to it for the earth to have peace. Because we all want peace on earth, right? Why all these problems? All these emotions, all these pains? Do you see any of it at all? What can you do about it? How can you help that individual that is in pain, that individual that's lost, that individual that feels like they're not good enough, feels like the whole world is against them, feels like they're not confident enough, feels like, whatever it is that they feel like? How can you be of a positive influence to them? I mean, are you even a positive influence to yourself? Are you nice to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Do you care for yourself? A lot of people put a lot of people first, and it's a shame, because you can't give to somebody or like genuinely what you don't give to yourself, or what you don't have for yourself. Oh, Jay, give me white, give me white hoodie. If I ain't got a white hoodie, I can't give you a white hoodie, bro. Or even if I ain't got two white hoodies, I can't give you white, because like I'm not gonna come and kill myself for nobody. Like, it says love your neighbor as yourself, so you gotta love yourself first before you love your neighbor. So when you have more than one, you give one to somebody. If you know you're not really to really give out the one you have, and somebody's asking you because of pride and because of what they will say about you, because you want approval, you're just gonna give it, and then after you're gonna cry in secret. There's no point. Do it with a genuine heart. You would do it with, like it says, don't do it with contentment. Don't do it with, like, how does it go? Give it free willingly, not out of contentment. You've given the thing and then you're always murmuring about, oh yeah, I had this hoodie and I gave it to this, now I need to buy another hoodie. Bro, if you don't have something, you can't give it to somebody. Therefore, stop trying to impress everybody. Anyhow, we're way gone past the time. Half the hours, almost the hours. Until we meet again, this is being Jay. And as we always say, take it easy on yourself. And everywhere you find yourself, then get pose. This is me. Take me as I am or leave it. Be yourself wherever you find yourself. Step with your head held high. Because you belong here on earth, and everywhere you step up. You're not just that little circle that they've put you in. You're not just a Caucasian, an African, a blah blah blah, blah blah blah. You are a human being, and human beings belong on earth. So everywhere you step, that's for your Father God. So step correct and be confident. Make sure you get checked properly. Anyhow, until we meet again, this is being Jay. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and peace be unto you and your household.